now shoot out again. 6 pants bust blood shoot out ahead. Rich badness shoot out a mill. Panny hats can't kill off my friend. My dog not anybody when we shot. The calm nurse man pop off a pill. We kill boy where you knock.
Hi guys, and welcome back to the Caribbean Spot. In today's video, we're covering Squash, the Six Boss. Let's get into it. Jamaican dancehall artist Squash, real name Andre Maurice Whitaker, isn't just another name in music. According to U.S. federal authorities, he's a national security threat. Behind the flashy Gunman lyrics and viral music videos lies a criminal case that spans borders, involves federal informants, smuggling routes, ICE detention, and what the U.S. government now calls a transnational criminal organization. This isn't a music story. This is an international crime file. Born in Salt Spring, Montego Bay, Squash rose to fame around 2016 with street anthems and a persona tied to the G-City crew. In 2018, he was detained in Jamaica during a state of emergency. No charges were laid. By 2019, he had relocated to the United States, citing threats to his life in Jamaica. But according to U.S. prosecutors, this was no ordinary relocation. The Department of Justice says Squash entered the U.S. on May 8, 2019, using a tourist visa, then left 2 days later. But by January 10, 2021, he had allegedly re-entered the U.S. illegally, without inspection at any port of entry. This pattern triggered surveillance and a growing federal file. So, Squash legal troubles peaked in 2025 during a traffic stop in Miami. Police found a modified Glock pistol known as a chip Glock in the glove compartment of the vehicle he was in. The weapon was allegedly purchased by his American wife. Federal agents said they were tipped off by a confidential informant who was part of Squash's circle. Set up. The FBI had eyes on the weapon handed off and radioed local police to intercept the car. That arrest led to 2 federal charges. 1, illegal alien in possession of a firearm, and 2, unlawful possession of a machine gun. Each charge carries a sentence of up to 10 years. If convicted, Squash faces up to 20 years in federal prison and likely deportation. So federal prosecutors have labeled Squash the leader of a transnational criminal organization, G-City. The file against him dates back to 2017. It includes alleged connections to weapons trafficking, cross-border movement of gang members, and gang feuds that started in Jamaica and spilled into Florida. According to an FBI informant, Squash goes by multiple aliases: Squash, Squashman, and Six Boss. The gang he allegedly leads is accused of coordinating hits, moving, and when I mean hits, I'm not talking about like songs, right? Assassination kind of vibes. Moving drugs and money, and expanding its influence across borders by smuggling in other members. As we know, throughout the Caribbean, you have Six Boss in Jamaica, you have, I don't know if they go by Six Boss, but 6 in Jamaica, you have 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 in Trinidad. I may get all my numbers wrong. You have them in Grenada. Recently, I saw a video, a YouTube video like Christmas list, and they went to this bar, and this guy, he was saying, they call him Six Boss, right? So I guess, I don't know if they're Six Boss or they're six. Either way, these boys are just learning their numbers. So 6 is their lucky number, apparently, right? However, you have this gang, this 6 gang, or probably 6, 7, and 8, and 9, and 10, throughout the Caribbean now, in various islands. And this is dangerous. Okay, so again, this is not just me or other YouTubers who do this and make commentary. We're not making this up. This is the FBI saying, right, that the gang he allegedly leads is accused of coordinating hits and moving drugs and money and expanding its influence across borders by smuggling in other members, right? That is them making these statements. So, these aren't just allegations thrown around lightly. The federal file reportedly includes confidential informant testimony. People in his circle. Be careful who your friends are. Not everybody that we say laugh with you and eat with you and break bread with you are for you. There's a lot of people, and this is not about this, right? And gang violence and everything else. I'm just speaking in general now to people. Be careful of your company, because not everybody who's around you is for you. Learn that. Surveillance footage and coordinated intelligence from both US and Jamaican authorities. Since his February arrest, Squash has been sitting in a federal detention center, locked up for months, while prosecutors build their case and the media speculates about his fate. So Squash has now been detained for over 4 months. And that time isn't just ticking by. It's a legal chess game. His attorneys have filed over 24 motions, stalling the case and signaling that he's not going down without a fight. But federal prosecutors escalated it anyway, dropping the state case to refile charges at the federal level, where sentences are longer and the stakes are higher. He now faces up to 20 years in prison, 10 years for firearm possession as an undocumented immigrant, and another 10 years for illegal possession of a machine gun. If convicted, deportation is almost guaranteed, unless a plea deal changes the game. No, that's the kicker right here, right? A plea deal. That plea deal, it's now on the table. He has until August 26, 2025 to decide. But with prosecutors calling him a leader of a transnational criminal organization, accepting a deal might come at a price, like cooperating with law enforcement. And if he refuses, his federal trial is locked in for September 2nd, 2025, in the Southern District of Florida. Will he take the deal and cooperate? Or will he go to trial and risk losing everything? Either way, the outcome of this case could change his life. At this point, Squash has a decision to make. The US government has put a plea deal on the table, but what's actually in that deal? The truth is, the details of the plea deal have not been released. Not to the public, not to the media, and maybe not even in full to his legal team. But one thing is certain, it's serious. Because when the feds call you a transnational gang leader, they're not offering a deal out of kindness. They want something. That could mean a reduced sentence in exchange for a guilty plea. It could mean deportation without trial. Or it could mean something even more costly: cooperation. Would Squash be asked to name names, to hand over intel, to become a confidential informant himself? These are the kinds of decisions that don't just affect a man's case. They affect his reputation, his safety, and how he'll be remembered long after this is over. And the clock is ticking. August 26, 2025. Let Squash's case be a warning. It doesn't matter how famous you are. It doesn't matter how many views your songs get. If your lifestyle is built on crime, violence, and gang ties, it will catch up to you. You might dodge the system for a while, but in the end, the streets don't stay loyal. And the gunman life, it doesn't pay. Choose wisdom. Choose legacy. Choose life. Well, guys, that's all I have for you with this episode. Don't forget to comment, share, like, subscribe if you have not subscribed. Thank you to all my subscribers out there. And let's keep this momentum going. Catch you on the next one. Bye.